kids. We're glad you're here with us tonight. We have some guests from Burkina Faso, and it's Tennille and Barto, and we're excited to have them. They're going to tell you some things about the country. He's got a nice thing here and explain to you some things. I'm so glad that you're with us. How are you guys doing?
Captain Jane, I can't find Dr. Einstein anywhere. Have you seen him anyplace?
Well, I assume he's on his station.
Well, I haven't been able to find him.
Oh, he's filling in for us in Burkina Faso, so we could be here with you today.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, great.
So you met him, and
yes,
isn't he quite a guy, Einstein?
He really is.
Yeah. We love him. And he's here, you know, he's supposed to be helping people with water. That's what Dr. Quirky and Dr. Einstein, because, you know, the government sent them over to Burkina to work with the water situation to help purify. And so he's usually, as you guys already know, teaching teachers about how to keep the water purer. So we're going to ask you some questions, and hopefully the kids will learn some things about there, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. So I was just wondering, what's some things kids would do there that they might not do here?
Wow. In Burkina, kids like to wrestle.
They like to wrestle.
They are really hard wrestlers. They also like to make slingshot, and they can shoot snakes, they can shoot birds, they can shoot anything that they want.
Rabbits.
But they will not shoot people. That's good.
So do they eat those things that they shoot?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Bird, they will, when they kill a bird, they will eat a bird. Cobra, if they kill it,
when they kill cobras,
they will eat it. If they kill a rabbit, they will eat it. But when they kill scorpion, they will not eat it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Okay, so show us where it's at. So I see you have this cool thing on your...
There's the map of Africa.
That's the map of Africa, and Burkina Faso is on the west side of the continent. So Burkina is here. Is here.
Yep, it's an inland country, so they don't have any water.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Like Nebraska.
Okay, cool.
One way. Mm-hmm.
All right, and it's rainy there sometimes, is what I understand.
Exactly. In Burkina, we only have 2 seasons: the dry season and the raining season. So you call wet season here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The raining season is only 3 months. It usually starts in June, July, August. And these 3 months is the months that it really rains. And sometimes, some years, it don't rain and we get drought. Remember, here you have irrigation. We don't have irrigation. So when there is drought, kids don't have food, parents don't have food. We're really praying to don't get drought, but sometimes it happens.
So they farm by hand. They use tools about this big with like a stick and then a little hoe on the end, like a metal piece. And first they would plow with an old plow through the field, through the land with a donkey or a cow. And then after that they would take those little hoes and they would make little holes all the way through, and they put the seeds in. And they grow corn and millet, which is a kind of grain that they eat. Black-eyed peas is the only beans that they grow. And they grow peanuts and other kinds of things there, okra. And so they would try to grow enough for the whole year and then extra so they can sell it to have money throughout the year. Maybe to send kids to school or have medical care or anything like that.
So about school, tell us about school.
Yeah, we opened a school this year in Bart, my husband's home village. We have 300 kids. This
300 kids!
300,
Woo!
First grade and preschool.
Oh.
Yeah, 300 first graders and preschoolers. We thought that we were only going to have 30 preschoolers and 50 first graders, and God was like, nope, you're going to have 4 classes of preschoolers and 2 classes of first graders. So we have a lot of kids coming from 7 different villages. The farthest, they travel 7 miles on their bicycle to get to school. And we have school, the preschool just goes from about 7:30 in the morning till 12 o'clock, and then we serve them lunch. And then the first graders continue until 3 o'clock. But for lunch every day, they eat rice and beans or millet and beans. So they never have a decision.
No variety.
No variety. something every day.
And guess what? They love it.
They love
They
it.
love it.
One time I went to the school runs, and one kid, she put a lot of it
They
rice
eat with their
into her hand.
hands. They eat with their hands.
And she took it like that, and she was hiding from everybody.
Yeah.
And was said, oh, what do you want to do? He said, Mommy told me to take it home. I said, okay, sounds good.
Yeah, they eat with this hand. They only use this hand to greet with and to eat with and everything. The other one, they would not. It's called basically like the unclean hand. It's something in their culture that they do.
So you don't greet people with
They don't greet. You don't greet with this hand. This hand like you would clean yourself with and stuff. So this is the one they cook with. This is the one that they eat with. They do everything with. Yeah.
Are there cars there? How do you?
We have.
Actually,
Well, our car is the only one in our village, our area. We're the only one with a car.
How? So it's a bicycle or?
most is a bicycle and motorcycles.
And donkey carts.
Donkey cart?
Donkey
It's like a
carts.
cart where the donkey pulls it, and they walk.
A lot of walking. Kids here would die.
Yeah.
We don't want to walk, do we, kids?
We gave bicycles to is the prize for the top students.
Oh,
Because a
cool.
bicycle is a wonderful gift
Gift.
to have.
Sure.
You can get around faster that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of toys do the kids have to play with? I mean, our kids, they really like to play with toys.
Yep. And we have a soccer balls.
Soccer.
Kids
They love
also
soccer.
they love soccer, and sometimes kids will tell the parent that they will work for him, and they will pay soccer ball for them. So sometimes they can get a normal soccer ball, or they can make their own soccer ball that's made by a sock. Usually we ask someone to find a sock. We don't know where we'll find it. We'll take a parent's sock.
Take your parents' sock?
Yeah, sometimes they do that, but we will find it anyway. So they will take it and they will fill it with a used clothes, and they will tie it, and then they will fold it and make it round. And that's what we use to play in the villages. And
Or like old bicycle tires.
Mhm.
They'll take those, they have a stick, and they'll make them roll down hills and different stuff. They use water bottles as toys.
Yeah.
They make, they have these big like bottles, these big jugs. And Barto one time cut it in half, and he tied a rope to it, tied it to the bicycle, and put the girls inside. So they're like little cars to go behind the bicycles. Or rocks and different stuff that they use for like counting and playing like jacks.
Oh, okay.
So they make up their own stuff.
Yeah. And they like to make music with bottles, play like bottles
Oh,
music, and like
Uh-huh.
word plays.
And also like this is something that they make. So in church, they don't have instruments usually in the villages. So this is just wood. This is a bicycle tire around here.
Okay.
And then this is a cowhide. They would use donkey mostly. And so then most people would play this, like usually a boy or a guy would play this, and then people dance around it in church or for fun. So when we do children's ministry in the village, Barto gets out the drums and they'll dance and dance and dance. Usually, and we'll talk about the Lord.
For another fun too, the parents at night gather the kids and tell stories.
Tell stories around fire.
We call that like the moon night.
Moon nights.
Yes.
Oh yeah, when the moon is full, it's really bright.
So
Because where we are, there isn't electricity. So our house has electricity because we have solar panels, but most people don't. So the moon is what really holds the light on those nights. You really see everybody. You can walk around without anything.
Oh, how cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So he was saying on moon nights is when they would have their oral traditions. They would tell stories. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
What about like, do they have video games or any of those kinds of things?
Cell phones.
They do not. Mostly a parent would have a cell phone, but they would be like a little track phone. Would probably be what you would see more like just for calling. Most people can't read and write, so texting wouldn't be as big of a thing. Kids wouldn't have that. There is not video games, TV, or anything like that. We show movies. Sometimes the kids, we found the Jesus film in Moray, in their tribal language.
Yep.
So we show it for the kids to come and watch it in Moray.
Oh,
In
So
the
they
language.
can watch movies. A lot of them don't get to watch movies or anything like that. So we do that for the village and people come. And that's how they also evangelize. They go and show films and like just God films about the Lord, and so people come because they don't get to see movies.
that's it.
Well, and Einstein and I are kind of working on the whole water thing and the purifying water, so talk about that. 'cause
Yeah, the water, in Burkina Faso, we have two different kind of wells that were drilled. The first one, the families, like the village people, they will gather and they will find a place that they think there is water underneath. So they will come one day and start digging there. And
With
then
pickaxes.
with pickaxe and anything they can find to make the hole. So they will do that. Like they will find water sometimes 20 meters down.
Which is about
like 60 feet down.
60 feet now.
And then they will when they get the water, they start pulling it, and then that's what they use to cook, to shower, and do things like the
Wash
water.
their clothes, everything.
And another one, that is water that is not clean. So people are promoting that they don't drink just water. They can use it for different things, but make sure you don't drink it, you can get sick. The other one is the one that they drain with machine, and that one is a clean water. And sometimes it's about 150 feet down that they can find this water. And this water, when people drink it, it's clean, they don't
And
get
they have
sick.
to pump it.
They
It's a
have to
hand pump.
it,
And so we have a well that we drilled right up by our house so people can come and have clean water.
And you guys have, from what I understand talking to you before we started filming, is you have like this wall around your house, kind of like a protection, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then you have a guard?
Yeah, we have guards full-time. They work 12-hour shifts, and they take turns. So people watch out for our family, watch our stuff so people don't steal. We have chickens and goats and sheep and a cow and donkeys and animals and stuff. So like they take care of our animals while we're gone, if we're here, or during the day too sometimes. And we have gardening that we've started, so they help with that. They love our daughters, just like their own kids.
So yeah, you guys have 3 daughters,
We have
right?
3 little girls, and they love Burkina. They really do.
And that way, if you have people that can take care of your little girls, you're able to do your ministry
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
and we'll
school.
help at the school.
Yeah.
Help with other stuff. But usually the girls come with us. They're in the classrooms with us a lot too.
Oh, so that's good.
Yeah.
Great.
Do you want him to play the drum for you?
Yes,
Yeah,
we sure
definitely.
do.
Yeah.
And kids, I just thought you'd really appreciate this. Listen to this, you'll love it.
So,
Yeah, and we talk about, we do the Bible with the kids every morning at the school, and we do chapel every Wednesday. And so the kids will get the drum, he'll get the drums out, and the kids dance. All 300 of them, we get together and we dance and sing songs.
yeah, so I'm going to sing for you guys a African song that kids like to dance and sing, and that song. So we will play these songs and the kids will dance, and we will have like some different kind of dancing that will go with every kind of rhythm that you will make from the drum.
So what was this song about?
Oh, this song is about Jesus, I love you.
Jesus, I love you.
Uh-huh.
That kind of sounds like Jesus loves me. In
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Wenam Yama means God, I love you.
Mhm.
And a lot of it he sings is about you're worthy of all praise. God, I love you.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And
Some
so,
worship songs.
Uh-huh.
I heard your wife say earlier that you speak several languages. Is that true?
Yeah. Where's Einstein? Einstein?
Einstein? No, I don't.
It is-
Where's Einstein? That's exactly.
Okay, sometimes, yeah, in Africa, from school we learn French, and 6th grade we learn English, and 10th grade, 10th grade they are German.
And then
So,
Moray is his tribal language. So they grow up speaking Moray, then when they get to school, they start French right away, and then English and German.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
They have many
I'd
languages.
never make it to graduation.
We can barely hear the language.
No.
So the one that I really speak is 3, like the Moray, French, and English. That's
Yeah.
my 3 one that I
And where we are, More is mostly spoken, because a lot of people have not gone to school, so More is what we, because that is the Mosi tribe. Bartow's from the Mosi tribe, and that's what they speak More. And we have other tribes near us, and they speak other languages.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's many languages around us.
So like, our kids sometimes complain about going to school. Do your kids gripe and complain about going to school and having to learn stuff?
In the beginning, yeah.
Oh, in the beginning?
I think that there's
Yeah.
also a fear too, like they don't know what school is, little kids. But the kids come to school, they're really excited. Bartow was the only one in his family who got to go to school, so he's the only one who knows how to read and
Yeah.
write.
But the beginning also, there was a time that I leave home for school and I stayed in the bushes.
He would get scared, he would go to the bushes.
Because I don't know, like sometimes the teacher will beat if you don't get things right. So it's kind of fear that when you're going, you don't know, when you're coming back, you will be safe like the way that you went. So, but I praise God so much, I grow out of it. And I love school when I get to know what I'm learning, and it's really helpful. And sometimes some kids also in our school, they love to learn things, but they didn't know it quite yet. So sometimes we see some kids that when there is no school day, we're really happy and going home. But it's fine. We'll get it.
Yeah.
So that sounds a lot like our kids. When there's
Yeah.
a vacation, they love it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
love it too.
You know, a lot of times, you know, with this COVID thing, we've had a lot of kids that couldn't go to school, and I've talked to a few of them, and they just miss school and their friends. So, you know,
It's the same in
Yeah.
Burkina.
yeah, so that's encouraging to know.
Yes, it is.
It's the same there. Well, we're so happy to meet you guys, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see you again while
Yeah.
we're here
Thank
in
you so
Burkina
much.
Faso. Yes,
Thank you
it's
so
so
much.
great to have met you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for coming and
Yes.
telling us all this
And
stuff. I guess we'll forgive Einstein for not being here.
Yeah,
today.
we'll let Einstein
We'll see
off.
you next time.
Yeah, it was great to
I wanted
meet
to
you.
speak Einstein to French, but Einstein was not here.
Yeah, you speak French to him.
Why don't we close with a prayer, and
Sounds
would you go ahead and do